Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I hope that everyone has been staying steezy. We are talking about overthinking today. So, we're going to try and stop overthinking. This has been kind of a theme. I feel like the last few days has been talking about insomnia, an overactive mind, and now we're kind of going into the same aspects but overthinking. So you really see how these pool and end up trickling into other parts of our life. So, by just starting to calm down, figure out your space, your place right now, the surroundings, the sounds that are around us, and we are going to be reeling it back in and focusing on the mind. Now, the mind is already overactive, so we're going to give it a mantra, and our mantra today is I drift like a cloud and I flow like the ocean. Taking 3 breaths here. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Good again, deep inhale and deep exhale. Last one, deep inhale and deep exhale. Wonderful. Utilizing this overactive mind energy, this get up and go energy that's creating us to overthink, we're going to utilize that and exercise it while keeping a close watch, keeping our goal in mind. What is that goal? Is to remind ourselves I drift like a cloud and I flow like the ocean. So let us all just close our eyes. I will as well, sitting here in a moment of silence, stillness. I drift like a cloud and I flow like the ocean. I drift like a cloud and flow like the ocean. So keeping the eyes closed, imagine a cloud. Imagine how white, how dark, how fluffy, how wispy the cloud is. Notice how it changes, how it flows, how it drifts, free, unrestricted. No resistance, just flows and changes freely. Notice how it manipulates and reforms in the sky with effort and and ease, drifting with the breeze. High up in the sky, a cloud drifting on by. We change, we flow, we dance among the trees, floating with the breeze. Now imagine you're dropping from the sky, a raindrop dropping from the sky, and you into the ocean, and you flow with the sea. You expand and contract with every rise, with every fall, flowing, growing, the ebbs and the flow of the ocean, flowing with the sea, moving with ease. I drift like a cloud, and I flow like the ocean. And from the ocean, we rise up in steam, back up to being a cloud. We are a light, fluffy cloud drifting in the breeze. We flow with ease, no restrictions, no resistance, just flowing in the breeze. I drift like a cloud, and I flow like the ocean. Notice the clouds start to form. They change in texture, creating a storm. And you drop from the sky, high above, a raindrop into the ocean. And you flow with the sea. You expand, you contract, you ebb and flow with the sea. Because I drift like a cloud and I flow like the ocean, moving effortless and with ease. We are moved with the breeze, with the mist, with the bubbles of the sea. We flow, we move, we push, we pull, flowing with the ocean, within all the seas. We rise back up, evaporating into a breeze, up in a cloud. A cloud is where we are. I drift like a cloud, and I flow like the ocean. A cloud drifting and changing, free and unrestricted. No resistance, only resilience to changing with the breeze. We move, we flow, we dance among the trees. A fluffy cloud floating in the breeze. Now imagine you're a cloud, fluffy and flowing in the breeze. You change with effort and with ease. But with a big breeze, we change into a storm, and we drop from the cloud into the seas. I drift like a cloud, and I flow like the ocean. You flow with the sea, you expand and contract with every ebb and flow, moving freely in the sea. And we rise back up from the sea with the breeze above the trees into the clouds. We flow easy in the breeze. I drift like a cloud and I flow like the ocean. I drift like a cloud and flow like the ocean. You are a cloud moving in the breeze, changing with effort and with ease. You are the ocean that ebbs and flows, that pushes and pulls, expands and contracts with effort and ease. I drift like a cloud and I flow like the ocean. 3 breaths. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Again, deep inhale and deep exhale. Deep inhale and deep exhale. So, if you're overthinking, a great way to slow down is to give the mind a new story to think about. So think about drifting like a cloud and flowing like the ocean. Create a little bedtime story for yourself to take your mind away from what it is it's so focused on. So drift like a cloud and flow like the ocean. Drift like a cloud and flow like the ocean. Thank you, my friends, for joining, and